Hello and welcome back to the Candid Thoughts podcast. This is your host, Isabella Pasquale. And it's been a while since I've done a podcast episode or any Golden Nugget, so as you can see, I am traveling, and I have a little bit of time now. Wanted to catch up with all of you. Today's episode, this Golden Nugget number 6, no guarantees. You may be working on something, and you have all the ducks in a row, everything is prepared, and there may be some external factor, or there may be a slip up by yourself, or some other circumstance. Something can happen, and then you can get side-railed. It happens to everybody. The important thing is, in victory or defeat, you learn how to manage yourself. Let's say you win something. You win a big deal, or something else happens, and then you're overzealous. And then you slip up on the minute details, which let's not ever minimize the importance of the tiny details, because that's everything. And if you're overly cocky after a victory, and then you slip up something, then on a technicality, you can have a defeat or whatever else, which is fine. You know, I have a quote. This is from Robert Greene's The 33 Strategies of War. It's a very interesting book. Let's say if you're business-minded, or if you're in the actual military, or you just have a fascination with improving your quality of life. Here's a quote. "Victory and defeat are what you make of them. It is how you deal with them that matters. Since defeat is inevitable in life, you must master the art of losing well and strategically. First, think of your own mental outlook, how you absorb defeat psychologically. See it as a temporary setback, something to wake you up and teach you a lesson. And even as you lose, you end on a high note, with an edge. You are mentally prepared to go on the offensive in the next round. So often, those who succeed become soft and imprudent. You must welcome defeat as a way to make yourself stronger. Second, you must see any defeat as a way to demonstrate something positive about yourself and your character to other people. This means standing tall, not showing signs of bitterness or becoming defensive. Third, if you see that defeat is inevitable, it is best to go down swinging. That way, you end on a high note, even as you lose. This helps to rally the troops, bring them hope for the future. At the Battle of the Alamo in 1836, every last American fighting the Mexican army died. But they died heroically, refusing to surrender. The battle became a rallying cry. Remember the Alamo. And an inspired American force under Sam Houston finally defeated the Mexicans for good. You do not have to experience physical martyrdom, but a display of heroism and energy makes defeat into a moral victory that will soon enough translate into a concrete one. Planting the seeds of future victory in present defeat is strategical brilliance of the highest order." Now, this really resonates with me throughout my life, what I've experienced. And as many of you who've tracked me for years, you know that in certain circumstances, I had to pivot. But it's afforded me opportunities that were advantageous for me, for my development, for my finances, for a lot of situations. If I had not lost in certain circumstances, or if I had not won, I wouldn't have been in proximity or have that scope of understanding at that point, to really advance and understand where I'm at. Because every time I level up, I notice it's a brand new arena. And so I'm equipped with the tools to maneuver the situation and the battlefield. Here's another quote that's also relevant too. Remember, there are always people out there who are more aggressive, more devious, more ruthless than you are. If you're a person of honor and integrity, understand that not everybody plays by those rules. We have to navigate the world in all kinds of personalities. There are a lot of people out there who, there are good people out there, but there are also predators, and we have to become aware of them. And they can manipulate, and they can misappropriate certain things, and they can contort facts and things in their favor. And if you're a good person who's ethical and who is, I guess, an idealist, because that's what they are, they're idealists, they want a better world. Understand that in order to fight for a better world, you have to understand and be aware of these predators and their manipulation tactics and their MO. Not everybody's your friend. And so you have to understand this. In my own youth, I was overzealous and I took action. I made a lot of not so well calculated risks, and I lost tens of thousands. And I had to learn the hard way, and I had to bust my ass working double shifts doing what I had to do to recoup or to make the money to invest it, and I did. And if I hadn't had the gumption to fight for what I wanted, to go for something, even though there's no guarantees in life for victory or defeat, I still had the gumption to fight for what I wanted. So in the face of victory or defeat, you must learn how to deal with it, regardless of the outcome. Just like the quote says. And as, again, citing again my quote, take a loss to gain position. That makes sense too. Sometimes you can lose, but then you have a greater understanding of the arena that you're in. And then after you survey the battleground, you can make your move and you can win. Take a loss to gain position. No guarantees for victory or defeat. So my friends, keep fighting. I've got your back. We stake our claim, we take what's ours, and we're going to have what we deserve. We stake our claim, we take what's ours, we're going to have what we deserve. Say that 20 more times. And use that affirmation to make you mentally strong. And with those affirmations, you can power through any obstacle in your way. And then with your newfound experience, you're able to survey the battleground and say, hey, I know how to identify these personalities. I know their tactics. And now I'm going to be smarter. I'm going to slow down, survey the battleground. And I'm going to be more calculated and not be overzealous in victory. Because that's what happens. A lot of people get cocky, and don't get cocky. Learn how to maintain yourself in victory or defeat. No guarantees. Talk next time.